Despite his heavy build, Tom Aspinall moves with the agility of a lion, strikes with the force of a bomb, and leaves his opponents completely helpless on the ground. With a perfect finishing rate, he has captured the interim UFC heavyweight belt and also set the record for the shortest average fight duration inside the octagon, thanks to his quick, decisive victories. Aspinall has now become the rightful challenger for Jon Jones's throne. The perfect time to carefully examine the achievements of this talented and versatile athlete, who is truly being regarded as the new wave in the heavyweight division.
Tom Aspinall, man, nobody in the heavyweight division is as fast.
Obviously, you want to fight Jon Jones. This is the only sport that you can have somebody hold your career back.
I think I'm a bad matchup for him. I don't feel like I have a lot of miles on the clock, and the 32 is quite young for a heavyweight, but I would definitely fight if I could.
Talk to me about the dynamic of your father being your coach.
I consider myself very lucky because there's a lot of times that I didn't want to do the sport. A lot of the times, like, my dad reminded me, look, you can't stop now, like, you're right there, just keep going at it. I like wanting to quit so many times because I'm like, I just need to, like, get some money. I have the shortest UFC fight time average in UFC history.
I'm so pissed off that you haven't gone to the second round. Man, I want to see what happens if Tom gets in trouble in the fight.
Do you know what? Me too. I'm not joking.
Tom was born in 1993 in the Greater Manchester area of England. As the son of a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, he stepped onto the mats at the age of 6, and by 11, he had gained skills in boxing, wrestling, and grappling. Because of this diverse background, Aspinall was included in the famous Team Kauban gym during his youth, a hub for many UFC fighters. At the age of 18, when he already weighed more than 230 pounds, he began to establish his dominance in the amateur scene. This aggressive heavyweight immediately proved to be dangerous in every area, with an iron grip on the ground and excellent stand-up skills. Naturally, the ever-developing Tommy did not remain at the non-professional level for long and finished 5 of his 6 bouts in the first round. When the moment was favorable, at the end of 2014, the 21-year-old Aspinall made his professional debut. He smoothly reversed a takedown, came into side control, and rained down sharp elbows. Ricky King, a fan of mac and cheese, tried to trap Tom in the clinch, but underestimated the abilities of the second-generation black belt. Tom secured butterfly guard and snatched an outside heel hook. After finishing his first 3 matches in just 73 seconds, in the summer of 2015, he faced judo specialist Stuart Austin. Aspinall opened aggressively with a low kick, then let his hands go, but recklessly tied up with the experienced judoka. Quickly getting back to a standing position, stubborn Tom still didn't learn from his mistake. After failed submission attempts, Aspinall capitalized on his opponent's mistake and actively worked from top. While being hit, Austin grabbed a scoop grip on the near leg and turned it into a leg lock. Tasting defeat, Tommy took nearly a year off to fix the gaps in his submission defense.
I can't function knowing that I trained for a fight and didn't actually fight somebody.
Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
Did you see this coming? And do you have any idea when you'll be back in the octagon?
I do, yeah.
Tom, you're the only ever British heavyweight champion of the UFC. So what advice can you give young men that are struggling to find that sense of purpose?
It takes years to become an overnight success. I've been going since I was 8 years old, and I've been up against so many tests, from career-ending injuries to financial struggles to mental struggles. And at one point, we had 3 kids at the age of 25, and I had no money. I mean, my first pro fight, I got 200 quid. I felt the pressure, trying to be a young guy, but having all this responsibility on me. Having to borrow money from friends to buy nappies for my kids so I can keep living on this dream. But outlasting people and consistency is massively underrated. And in today's day,
When he returned, he was disqualified for an illegal 12-6 elbow during ground and pound, just like the incident once seen with John Jones. So in his fight with stocky Kamil Bazalok, the Brit went back to boxing basics. A classic postman-like combo ended things in just a minute and a half. Young Tom was then considered one of Europe's top prospects, but soon his fights began to be cancelled one after another. He stayed inactive for 2.5 years and seriously thought of leaving MMA. He said, "I had a child, then we found out we were having twins. I wasn't getting regular fights, and people asked what I was going to do. How would I support my family?"
Can actually do what he says he does.
Bro, let me tell you something. Michael Bisping, before Tom Aspinall fought Sergey Pavlovich, he said all kind of crazy shit. He said he's gonna beat John Jones. He moved like Muhammad Ali. He gonna be the next Muhammad Ali. And I said, Mike, this has to be a gimmick. I said, please tell me. It's a gimmick. You're playing a part. There's no way you believe this. He goes, Daniel, this fight is gonna last 2 minutes between him and Sergey. I said, bro, Sergey's knocked out 8 dudes in a row. He's knocked out Derek Lewis in a minute. Tom goes and knocks him out. Tom leaves to the back. Bisping's with them, like he's part of the camp. They hugging Bisping.
All the UK dudes, they went around together.
So then they go back to the back. So then he gets booked to fight Curtis, who he hurt himself against last time.
Right.
I'm sitting out with Tom Aspinall, and I'm chatting with him. And he tells me, he goes, DC, you haven't seen anything. He goes, I'm about to put it on this dude. I said, but boy, he's fast and he's big and he's been at the top of the game. He went at that dude like Curtis was not on his level. Knocked him out. Here's the problem. When we all fought John, you know that the first time I fought John Jones, I was 36 years old. I was 36 years old.
Shit.
The first time I fought John Jones. 36 and 38 the second time. He's now what, 37, 38 years old? He was in his mid-20s when he fought all these great legends, but he fought them all when he was in his mid-20s. Now, he'd be on the other side of that coin.
Right.
This kid's young.
Right.
He's the older guy. He's been through the wars. It doesn't matter how great you are. When you go through that many battles, it will show. The Gustafsson fight. Him and I just bashed the shit out of each other for 8 rounds. Like we fought, we punched, we
Reyes
kicked. Reyes fight. The fight with the last guy, that Thiago Santos. All those guys that fought him close.
Next big heavyweight star.
Tom Aspinall, the guy who just won the interim title. He's phenomenal. And he is, again, the next the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
How so?
Well, because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. Like, I've seen a lot of heavyweight, even Francis, who's like the greatest, scariest power striker I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. No one's scarier than Francis. Francis does not move like Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is significantly faster than every other heavyweight. And, you know, you're getting up to elite status where you're calling out John Jones.
Yeah.
Right? The rumor is that he wants $30 million and, you know, that the UFC's going to pay it. Hopefully.
If I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that money to the point where if I won or lost, that it really wouldn't matter.
John Jones is scared to fight me.
For